If you're doing email marketing correctly, you should be bringing in at least $1 per name on your list every month. So if you have a list of 5,000 names, email list of 5,000 names, you should be bringing in just from email marketing at least $5,000 per month from that list. If you have 10,000, you should be bringing in 10,000 a month from that list. If you have a big list, say 100,000 names, you should be bringing in at least 100,000 per month from that list. So, in fact, email marketing has the highest ROI of any marketing you can do for your business. Most studies suggest it's like 40, 45 to 1. So, you invest $1 in email marketing, you get $40 back or $45 back. And I would argue that if you're doing email marketing correctly and effectively, it can actually be significantly higher than that. So, what's the problem? Well, the problem is that number one, there's a lot of businesses out there that have an email list, but they're not using it correctly. They're not leveraging that asset as well as they could. In fact, in some cases, they're actually sabotaging their own list because they're doing things that are ineffective. And so they're breaking trust or they're annoying people. So people are unsubscribing. It's actually reducing the quality of their own brand because they're using their email list incorrectly. And then there's a whole bunch of other businesses, tons. I mean, there's so many businesses that could easily create a huge email list because they have business, they have interactions with customers, or they could offer some sort of a promotion, one-time promotion in exchange for an email address. They could easily build an email list, but they don't do it because they don't know what to do with the email list once they get it. Most people hate doing email. They don't know what to say. They're stuck. It's a pain in the neck, and so they don't do it. Or if they do it incorrectly. So in this video, I'm going to give you a few tips that I'm hoping will help you in your email marketing. What to expect from email marketing, which I think is really important, like that rule of thumb, like $1 per name per month. That's a really good rule of thumb that gives you an ability to measure your performance with your email list to what should be the case. Now, of course, there's distinctions between, physical products versus digital virtual products, because here the profit margin's 100%, whereas physical products, the profit margin obviously is lower than that. But it's good for you to have kind of something to benchmark against to see if you're doing well, if you're not doing well. I'm also going to cover some of the platforms that you can use for your email marketing. There's tons of them. And also, you should know that we do email marketing. So that's what we do email marketing for businesses. So, and if you're curious about that, there's a link in the description of this video. You can click on it. You'll see our pricing. You don't have to give us any information. You'll just see it right there. And then below that, you can join our list if you would like to join our list, or you can send us a message if this is something you're interested in. So click that link if you're interested. Also, if you like this video and if I'm giving information that you can use that's valuable, please like the video here on YouTube. That makes a huge difference in the YouTube algorithm. So the more a video gets liked by people who watch it, the more YouTube essentially promotes that video and distributes it to other people who are searching for slightly different keyword phrases and so on. So if you like the information, please like it. I would certainly appreciate that very much. So as I said before, email marketing has the highest ROI of any marketing you can do for your business. So what's in second place? Well, second place actually goes to SEO, search engine optimization. And the studies generally say it's like 20, 25 to 1. So you invest $1 in SEO, you're going to bring $20 back, $25 back. And what's in third place? Third place is actually organic social media usage. So we're not talking about paid ads, but it's essentially content marketing on social media platforms that also has a high ROI. But nothing even comes close to email marketing. Email marketing is the most powerful thing you can do for your business. And a big reason for that is that customers who come back to your website, say the second time, third time, fourth time, not the first, are 8 times more likely to spend money with you than a first-time visitor. It's a huge difference because you've built up some trust, right? They know they've been to your website before, they know what you do, they're coming back. So that's showing intent on their part that they're coming back to your website. But you should know, again, this is expectations, 8 times as valuable the second time, third time, fourth time compared to the first time. And email is what brings them back, right? So doing email marketing is absolutely critical. You can dramatically increase your profits, your revenue, and more importantly, your profits using email marketing. So, how often should you send emails? Well, that's going to depend on a lot of things. Okay. Uh, but there's a lot of people who say in the email marketing business, which is the business that we're in, that the more you email, the more you make. So, in fact, you could email every day or even twice a day. But if you're going to do that, you have to make sure that your emails are well received, right? They're authentic. They're humorous and clever. That's a huge thing, to have something fun, playful, so that when people open the email, there's something there that's going to put a smile on their face. It has to be conversational. And more than anything else, don't send newsletters, like graphic HTML newsletters. They don't work. It's been proven. I mean, there's so many people who have studied this. Newsletter, number one, if you send a graphic HTML email like that, it's much more likely to go into the promotions folder, like on Gmail, for example, or even the spam folder. So what you want is just straight basic text, very conversational. No, you don't want long paragraphs. So you've probably seen emails that have come into your inbox where a whole paragraph might just be one small sentence and then there's a space and another one. That converts better. It's just that's the way it is. Why it converts better is not important. The fact is, it converts better. Secondly, you want to tell stories on those emails. So when you tell a story, the human brain can't help but put yourself into the story. So what if it happened to me? So you're telling a story of something that happened to me. I'm telling that story. If I tell that story to you, your brain automatically is going to put yourself in my position and be like, what would it be like if that happened to me? Or I could tell a story about a customer, right? Some of the customers that we work with. It could be a case history or a success story. But every time you tell those stories, the human brain will put those people who are reading it into that place, so they imagine what it would be like if they went through the same thing. That conjures up their emotions, and people make decisions based on emotions. They don't make their decisions based on facts and figures. They make their decisions based on emotions. So there's a real art to email marketing. Now, there's a lot of templates that you can use. We have hundreds of templates that we use, and in fact, we've spent a lot of money to get access to all those templates from different sources, where we actually have, when they were tested, like what were the open rates, what was the click-through rate. We have all the data, so we can benchmark our performance using the same template, right, against what was done when it was optimized in the first place. And we have hundreds of these templates. Now, you can find templates, email templates yourself on the internet. You can do a Google search for email templates, but I have to tell you, some of them are good, but most of them are not very good. The ones that are just given away for free, most of them are not great. In fact, some of them are pretty bad. So if you want good email templates, you probably are going to have to pay for them. Again, we've paid lots of money, and we have hundreds of email templates that we use in our business. And you have to understand, like, when I say email, the more you email, the better. So you might be running a campaign. And so when we set that campaign up, we'll set up what's called a workflow. So, and that campaign might involve 7 or 10 emails, and then they're one day apart or whatever. And so depending on what campaign you're running, we'll set that up as a workflow. You can do this too on the platforms that you might be using. So let's do that really quickly. So the most common platforms that you've probably heard of: Constant Contact, ClickFunnels is a huge one, HubSpot, Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp. There's just so many. Active Campaign, High Level. High Level is more of an agency platform. But all these platforms have that same functionality where you can set up a workflow with multiple emails with a delay after each one, right? And so you might run a campaign over the course of 2 weeks that sends out 10 emails, right? And then you can set that up all at one time and just let it run on its own. And then you can set up another campaign that starts perhaps 2 or 3 days after the first one's over. and have a different series. And it doesn't always have to be that you're promoting something. In fact, you should be providing value. At least 2 out of every 3 emails should be you providing value. But those templates, we've got so many of them where there's a whole sequence that's been set up with, the writers are brilliant. Some of these templates are fantastic. Let me actually give you another tip, which is super useful. So if you send an email out to your customers and they reply to you, and then ideally you reply back to them, that exchange is going to dramatically increase the deliverability of your email list. So what we do in almost every single one of our campaigns is we'll set up something at the beginning, some sort of a lead magnet or a freebie or something that we offer. If you're interested, let us know, and we'll send you this item, whatever it might be, a document or something, a video training, whatever it might be. But the bottom line is 5, 6, 7 hours. We usually do 6 hours. So 6 hours later, we'll send a second email that says, hey, just wanted to make sure you got what you requested. We sent it to you, but sometimes things get lost or whatever. Maybe the link didn't work. So please reply. We actually put quotations around the word reply. Please reply to this email and let us know if you got it and if you have any other questions. So of course, some people just ignore it and nothing happens, but a lot of people will reply. And most of those that do reply, they'll just say like, got it, thanks, or whatever, something quick and easy. That's fine because they've already increased, by replying, they've already increased the deliverability of their email address within your list. But even more importantly than that, some people will reply and say, yeah, got it, thank you. And here's what I'm actually trying to achieve. Here's the goal. This is what, do you have this? Do you have X? Do you have Y? And that is unbelievable market research that you can get. You're hearing directly from your customers. And in many cases, that will inspire other products, other services that you can introduce in the future. Is your customers actually telling you what it is that they want? So to do that 6-hour email where you follow up on some sort of a freebie, something you gave away, follow up and ask them. We even put in there, it'll only take you 15 seconds. You can do this in 15 seconds. Just that sentence right there actually increases the conversion of how many people do reply. And again, when they reply, they immediately increase the deliverability of their email address on your list. So you actually want as many of those emails to reply periodically as possible because it increases trust. They feel like they're actually being listened to. Like we say in that email, we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for our clients. Like we have companies that we do this for. And we'll say, we actually read every single response. We say that in the email itself. And so when people see that, they're like, wow, this is actually a human being that I'm interacting with here. And they really appreciate it. So put that 6-hour email in place. Also, segment your list. So all those platforms I mentioned, ClickFunnels and GetResponse and so on, you can set tags. So for example, you can say, hey, click here to get whatever. And if they do click in the workflow, it'll automatically add a tag to their email address in your database. And so later on, you can send an email to only those people who clicked on that link, right? So that's segmentation. So the ultimate measure of success in email marketing is relevance. The more relevant it is, the more successful your email marketing is going to be. So everything I said before about, having a clever, humorous, authentic, telling stories, case histories, that's all true. But more important than all of that is relevance. Like the emails you send out have to be relevant to the person who's receiving it, right? And so when you can segment, then you can start sending emails that are even more tailored to those particular people. So for example, one of the things that we do all the time is we'll send an email that have 2 or 3 links with different scenarios in the email itself. So we'll say, hey, thanks for subscribing to our list. It's generally in our welcome sequence. We have a whole welcome sequence that we bring people through. We'll say, give us an idea where you're at. And so one of the links will be like, I'm just getting started. I need to learn the basics, right? And the next one will be like, we're doing this a little bit, but I want to improve my results. And the third one is, we do this professionally. We're very good at it, whatever. So, but the point is, those 3 right off the bat will segment the list into 3 different buckets. And so as we move forward and send subsequent emails to that same person, we can tailor it more and more for what it is that they're trying to do. Well, I'll give you one more tip here, which is, and again, if you like the video, I'm going to say it one more time because it's so important. Please click the like button on YouTube. It really makes a huge difference. But this is another, it's counterintuitive. Your email list will do better if you always give them a way to unsubscribe. And let me actually give you a bit more detail on that. So, like I said before, a lot of times we'll have little, kind of campaigns. So our templates are set up that way. We have all sorts of templates for different situations. And most of them are, groups of anywhere from 3 to 20 emails. And there's a sequence that they go through. So everything is set up that way. So if you have running a promotion, for example, and maybe you know that there's going to be 7 emails that are going to be sent out in relation to this particular promotion. You can say in the first couple, the first one, the second one, hey, look, I'm going to email a few times about this promotion. If this promotion is something you're not interested in, feel free to unsubscribe just from this particular promotion and still stay on our larger list. By doing that, this is counterintuitive. The people who receive it, you're building trust with that person. They feel safe because you're always giving them a way out. You're always saying, listen, there's no pressure here at all. If you don't want these emails, just click here and I won't send these. And by providing that, I mean, of course, some people are going to subscribe, and that's fine because if they unsubscribe, you don't want them on your list anyway. But by giving them a way out, by always providing a way to unsubscribe, even from these campaigns, these like 5, 10, 15 email campaigns where they can get out of that, but still stay on your larger list, you're actually going to kind of solidify the list even more because there's going to be a heightened sense of safety, a sense of trust that you're on their team. You're not looking to like oversell them or take advantage of the situation. So anyway, I hope that this video has been useful and that you've got some tips, things, ideas that you can use in your email marketing. Like I said at the beginning, this is what we do. We do email marketing for businesses, and there's a link in the description. If you go there, you can see all of our pricing and how we set it up. You can join our list if you want to. You don't have to. And of course, you can send us a message if this is something you're interested in. We'd be happy to chat with you. We do have some minimums, so it's not just anyone. We need to have a list of at least 10,000 names, for example, and then it goes up from there. But as you get into a larger list, then the percentage, the way that we calculate the fees, the percentages go down as your list gets bigger. So there's an incentive to grow your list as fast as possible, which we're great at, and then we actually take less on a percentage basis as you move up that ladder. Anyway, hope it's helpful. If it was, click that like button. Thanks for watching the video, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.